In this scene, we observe Carrie, the new business services team member, make a visit to a local business. Carrie is unprepared for this meeting and has trouble providing the correct information to the manager. The employer responds in a kind manner, but is obviously confused, as is Carrie.
Hi.
Oh, hi there. May I help you?
Yes, is your manager in?
Yep, that's me.
Oh, well, hi. My name is Carrie. I'm with the Voc Rehab Business Services team, and I'm just here to see if you need any help. Well, not that you look like you need help, but I was just wondering if maybe you have some things that aren't getting done, that need to get done.
Are you looking for a job?
Oh, no. I'm just here to see if you have any unmet needs that I could help you with. Not as an employee, but I might have someone who could be an employee. If you need help fixing cars.
Well, for starters, we don't fix cars. We provide parts for cars.
Oh, geez. Yeah, look at all those parts.
Now, who did you say you were with?
Oh, Voc Rehab.
Okay, Voc Rehab. Is it an addiction program?
No. Well, yes. We do help those who have trouble with addiction, but we also help a lot of other people who live with a lot of other disabilities prepare for and get work.
Okay, that sounds like a great cause, but I'm not hiring you out at this time. You're welcome to leave a business card with me for future reference, but I really need to get back to work now.
Right, of course. Okay, yeah, here's my business card.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your time.
You bet. Enjoy your day.
In this scene, we observe Carrie make some common mistakes. She did not prepare for the meeting by researching the business or scheduling an appointment with the manager. Her intent to meet with him is unclear, and she uses jargon unfamiliar to the employer. She did not anticipate common misconceptions held by employers, and she left the employer with the impression that she had called upon him to do an act of charity by hiring a person with a disability rather than helping him meet his business needs with a qualified worker. Now, let's see how Carrie does when she takes the time to adequately prepare for her meeting with the employer.
Hi. Thank you so much again, Mr. Blair, for agreeing to meet with me. I just can't help but notice how well organized and well stocked all the shelves and signage look.
Thanks. It's good to hear. It's what we're going for.
Well, as promised, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'll get right to my point. As I explained on the phone, I'm on the business services team for our state's vocational rehabilitation program, Voc Rehab, as we call it for short. We have a twofold mission. The first part is our business services program. We know how hard it is for employers to keep and hire good employees. And so we help employers identify any unmet business needs and help fulfill them. And the second part is helping people who live with disabilities prepare for and secure meaningful work and to become independent tax-paying citizens. Voc Rehab has successfully served individuals with disabilities and employers for over 100 years now. And we're really proud of that record, and we intend to carry it forward. Do you have any questions for me so far?
100 years, huh?
Yep. The program started in 1920, helping injured World War I veterans return to work. And now we build bridges between qualified workers who happen to live with disabilities and employers with business needs.
That sounds really impressive. Who pays for the program?
That's one of the best parts. The program is funded by federal and state dollars, making it free to individuals with disabilities and to employers. It's really a win-win scenario for everyone. We believe that helping employers find and keep good employees just makes good financial sense.
I agree. Mm-hmm. So how does it work?
Well, I'd be happy to explain. When we talked on the phone, you said that you hire employees with automotive knowledge to help customers. Did I get that right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. Well, one of our main tasks is to help employers identify any unmet business needs. So let me ask, is there anything that isn't getting done? Or are there tasks that are taking up a lot of your time when you have other more important things to be done?
Well, in addition to customer service, everyone's now helping more with inventory and stocking. I do most of the ordering myself, and of course the scheduling, the payroll, etc.
All right. You say you and your staff are now doing the inventory and restocking. Was that different before?
Yes. One of my employees, great worker, recently moved. She only worked part-time, but she did most of the inventory and restocking. When she left, we all just absorbed her duties. It's not the best situation. I need to hire another employee. But I have to admit, I put it off because the hiring process is not a lot of fun.
Well, many small business employers feel the exact same way. I mean, they don't have HR departments to help them out.
Exactly.
Well, I have good news. VR can be your HR department. For example, we can locate qualified employees, offer financial incentives, and expertise to help you retain employees.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me more.
All right, well, it sounds like to me that you need someone who can accurately take inventory and restock shelves. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it also sounds like you need someone to work part-time.
Yes, for now, a part-time employee should fit the bill.
Okay, well, I would like to tell you about two options then. The first is OJT, or on-the-job training. And with this option, VR will locate a qualified worker, one who could do the tasks that you require. And as an incentive, VR would pay a percentage of the wages for a specified period of time, in return for your commitment to keep the worker if they should fit the bill, like you said. For example, VR could pay 75% of the wages for the first month, 50% for the second month, and 25% for the third month. Does that make sense?
Yes. What's the second option?
It's a work-based learning experience, and it's ideally for young workers looking to build experience and learn new skills. It's a temporary work experience. It can last anywhere from 1 month to 3 months. And in exchange for you offering the service, VR would pay all of the workers' wages and their workers' comp insurance.
Boy, are we talking about teenagers with disabilities? I can barely get my teenage daughter to make her bed. And I'm concerned about how long it would take to train a disabled worker.
Yeah, many employers share your exact same concerns. However, I assure you, I would not recommend anyone who couldn't do the job tasks that you have outlined. Also, VR can provide a coach that would help with training, up to your expectations. And once the job is learned, the coach would just fade from the picture. I or one of my colleagues, however, would continue to stay in touch just to make sure that things are going okay.
Well, that sounds pretty good. But do I get to ask what type of disability the worker has?
That's an excellent question and a very common one. The Americans with Disabilities Act does not allow me to give you that info, but if the employer is confident that the candidate can do the job and a job offer is made, the employer can rightfully ask the candidate if they need any accommodations to do the job.
Accommodations. That sounds expensive.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Most accommodations cost little to nothing. For example, some people who live with disability need more frequent breaks, and so they would work an extended shift to make up for those breaks. Or let's say a cashier clerk with arthritis who has trouble with prolonged standing, they may need an inexpensive sit-stand stool. And using that stool, they could do the job with little to no pain. See? Win-win.
I had knee replacement surgery this year, and the standing kills me. Where can I get more information about this sit-stand stool?
Well, I would be happy to provide that info.
Okay, Carrie, you've nearly got me convinced. I'm willing to give a young person a shot, but do I get to meet with the worker before they start?
Oh, absolutely. When I go back to my office, I'll review some candidates who I think would be a good match for you, and then I'll call you to schedule an interview with you and the candidate. And I'll be there, of course, just in case any of you should have any questions. Does that sound good to you?
Sure does.
All right, perfect. Well, I'll get out of your hair so you can get back to business. And here is our business services card for you to review. And please call me with any questions you have.
Will do.
All right. Well, I'll call you next week to schedule an interview, and I'll also give you some info on the candidate, as well as stand stools. All right. How's that?
Sounds great.
All right. Great. Well, I will see you next week. And until then, take care.
Okay. You too.
All right.
In this scene, we observe a prepared counselor build rapport with the employer, verify her understanding of his needs, address his apprehensions with facts, provide clear explanations of services, and clearly express her intent to help him meet his business needs while helping people with disabilities achieve gainful employment. In short, she demonstrates competence and confidence, which earns her the employer's trust. Next, let's drop in on Carrie's follow-up call with the employer.
Hi again. Thanks for taking my call.
You betcha. So, what have you got for me?
Well, I am very excited to tell you that I have a candidate who I think might be just the ticket. His name is Ethan. He is a self-described motorhead. He rides and repairs dirt bikes and helps his dad repair the family vehicles. He has accompanied his dad many times to the auto parts store, and he is thrilled at the idea of working in one. He can report from work from 4 to 6, Monday through Friday, if that works for you.
That sounds good to me. And you're sure he can do the work?
Yes, I am. Ethan is bright and more than capable of accurately taking inventory and properly restocking the shelves. Ethan did permit me to speak with you about his disability. However, he is working on how to describe his disability and accommodations to others. We work hard to help our young workers develop independence and confidence. So if it would be okay with you, I'd like to let Ethan tell you the rest in the interview.
Well, that sounds fair to me. When's the interview?
How about this Wednesday at 11 a.m.? Would that work for you?
Yeah, that works for me. Now here's a question. What if we like him and he likes us? Does he have to leave at the end of the work experience?
If you're satisfied and he's satisfied, you are welcome to hire him. That would be great.
Well, one thing at a time. But it's good to know we have options.
I agree. Oh, and before we sign off, I got in contact with one of the physical therapists we contract with regarding the best place to purchase a sit-stand stool. He told me you could get a good one on Amazon for about $99. I'm emailing you the details of the one that he recommends so that you know what you're looking for.
Fantastic. I will definitely check that out. I thank you. And my knee thanks you.
You're most welcome. I'll see you Wednesday.
Okay. Bye-bye.